Pumpkin Soup. Pumpkin Soup by Helen Cooper. Deep in the woods, there's an old white cabin with pumpkins in the garden. There's a good smell of soup, and at night with luck, you might see a cat through the window and a squirrel with a banjo and a small singing duck. Pumpkin soup, the best you ever tasted. Made by the cat who slices up the pumpkin, made by the duck who scoops up a pipkin of salt and tips in just enough. They slurp their soup and play their song, then pop off to bed in a quilt stitched together by the cat. And it's peaceful in the old white cabin. Everyone has his own job to do. Everyone is happy. But one morning, the duck woke up early. Down it shuddered. Then the duck trotted back to the bedroom, held up the spoon and said, "Today it's my turn to stir the soup." "That's mine. Stirring is my job. Give that back. You're too small." But the duck held it on tight until the squirrel tugged with all his might, and whoops, the spoon spun through the air and bopped the cat on the head. Then there was trouble, a horrible squabble, a row, a racket, a rumpus in the old white cabin. The cat watched the door, the squirrel paced the floor. The duck will be sorry when he comes home. But the duck didn't come home, not even at soup time. The soup wasn't tasty. They'd made it too salty. They didn't feel hungry anyway. They both supped over supper, and their tears dripped into the soup and made it even saltier. The cat and the squirrel were scared as they wandered down the path in the dark, dark woods. They feared for the duck, all alone with the trees. On and on they trudged until they reached the edge of a steep, steep cliff. Maybe he fell down that. I'll save him. He searched all around on the ground, but he couldn't find the duck. Then the cat whispered in a sad little voice, "Duck might have found some better friends." He might, friends who let him help. But when they were almost home, they saw light shining from the old white cabin. "It's Duck!" And the duck was so happy to see them. He was also very hungry and thought it was late. They thought they would all make some pumpkin soup. When the duck stirred, the cat and the squirrel didn't say a word, not even when the duck stirred the soup so fast that it slopped right out of the pot. Then the duck showed the squirrel how to measure out the salt, and the soup was still the best you ever tasted. Why don't you tell me a time where you helped your parents make something at home? I can't wait to see that picture.